good time.
No, it was definitely fun though.
Yeah, so yeah, me and the team, we went to the drive-thru this weekend. It was super cool. I haven't been to a drive-thru since... Drive-in? Yeah, drive-thru, drive-in. It's still like a drive-thru. You drive in there, you drive up, drive right through after you see your movie. But yeah, I haven't been to a drive-in since California, so it was super cool. And it was peaceful. It was pretty dope. We saw Despicable 3. It was okay. It was a lot more funnier than I thought. Spider-Man was awesome. It was the best Spider-Man movie for those who haven't seen it. You guys should definitely see it. It was the best one. Have you seen it? It's pretty good. It's super dope. It's actually better than all the other ones, but Tobey Maguire, whatever his name is.
See, that's why I'm skeptical.
Yeah, no, I was too.
No, it was good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a lot of twists. There goes Mr. Late. We got Mr. Late in the building.
Mr. Late.
Mr. Late. Where's your artist, Mr. Late? That's what I'm just going to start calling. That's just how I'm just going to start introducing these guys. His name is Mr. Late today.
Mr. Really Late.
Mr. Late with super tie. But anyway, good to see you, Alex. Glad that you are in. We have Thinky Man coming in too, as well as later. We're gonna have a super cool show. We're gonna talk a little bit about you know, Jacory's career, things that you've been working on, things that you have coming up as well. I know a lot of you guys are getting off of work, so what I'm gonna do real quick. Jacory, let us know real quick before we go to another commercial break. Let us know where they can find your music.
You can find my music on SoundCloud and Reverb Nation. My SoundCloud username is Jacory, YBJR the Monster, not with an ER, with an A. And Reverb Nation is Jacory, YBJR.
Okay, super dope. And what we're going to do real quick is we're going to jump into a commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking with Jacory and seeing what he has coming up, what he's doing, and then later on, we're going to have Thinky Man sit down with us as well. So make sure you guys tune in while I fight with this mic as well. Can't really move it. Technical difficulties, guys. But shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to everybody in the station. There's a lot of people in the building, a lot of talent. Make sure you guys check us out at weirdmusic.com, and we'll be right back after this commercial break. T, do it with me. Be different.
Be weird.
Yeah. I just need to go through. There's like a
Jacory,
weird
is
static
that
right
Jacory's
now
teaser?
here.
So did you want Alex to
Yours?
call?
Huh?
I think maybe it's like
You can switch with David. That's better.
He's just one of the mics. I
Yeah,
think,
it's just like
the
a-
same
it's
thing.
shorted?
That's what shorted for us earlier too.
Yeah.
We just haven't had any downtime to get to it.
Yeah. That's cool.
But it's cool.
So I'm gonna, for the first hour, since he came in early and on time, I'm gonna put him on the first half, and then I'm gonna put you on the second half. Mr. Alex, I like that tie. Nice hat.
Yeah, so how cool is it that you like that? Yeah, just walking around here somewhere. You want to come with me,
Is that for the game?
Maybe. I think so. I just now noticed it.
For the game. And then whoever's competing or whatever, they have to switch to whatever.
I want to get a buzzard.
That's close enough.
Do you like it how they changed it? You got a bigger board now. Yeah. We got a bigger board. You board? It's over here. It's what we're working on.
I like the new setup now, just because
Right now it's open now, you know what I mean? For more people than the actual crew. Like, that's what it's for.
So we're gonna do 2 songs, and we'll come back in, and we're gonna pretty much cover the past, where you came from. Then we'll go into your present, what you're currently working on, and then we'll go into your future goals, and then we'll go through your links and album and stuff like that. And then so pretty much take till like maybe around 7, and then I'll have you switch off with the artist. Thank you for coming in too, as well.
You know I'm snapping, you know I'm tugging.
Everything usually goes smooth for me, but today happens to not be one of those days.
You should be on this level with me. Baby, you know I'm tripping, you know I'm snapping.
They need to replace it.
You know I'm tugging, so why are you tripping? You should be on this level with me. Get on my level. You should be on this level with me. Get on my level.
Show.
Yeah, this shit's it.
Something that ease my mind.
will sound like Travis Scott.
Little
This will sound like
Drake
Travis
was
Scott. Dumb crazy.
Little Travis Scott too.
This whole track sounds like some Travis Scott. And then some dude in there sound like Chance. It's crazy though. That was like almost synonymous.
I love
to
Chance the
music.
Rapper's new album. So damn good.
You did it?
You like it?
It was kind of hella mainstream, right?
Yeah.
It was crazy, right?
It was really mainstream, but
It make you look like
Yeah.
that. You just be like, Chance the Rapper, what happened to you? But it was, I mean, it was cool, but
Because he's
like,
hanging with the main.
but I felt like that too. I was like, dang, dog, you came all this way to do this? Right, it was crazy. It was like, it reminded, because I heard French Montana's album first, and it sounded
new
like,
French Montana?
no, his
I
new
can't stand
album.
his voice or something. I don't know why. I just don't like him.
Right, like, I don't know, I just feel like,
Tell me
just
what
like you
it is,
said, like,
man.
everybody's trying to do all of these features, and then the album sounds sloppy because it's like all of these other personalities in the music, and it's weird, like, yeah, it's just like, what's going on?
Those are the ones that he should have blew up on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then he compromised himself because he didn't blow up on it, but it was been cool because you did put out 4 of those,
Yeah, I did
and
twice.
it would have been.
Shout out to everybody tuned in. Last song, we're gonna come back in with Jacory and talk about his career and see what he's been up to,
What's
man.
the time you have? How many minutes?
No,
There's
me
probably
neither.
like 2-3 songs already.
Right.
Like on
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, you could have worked harder.
I was really disappointed.
Right.
Not enough was like, I don't like that.
Right. Now I feel it.
I thought
Yeah.
that new Kendrick album, Peter Fire, I liked it a lot.
I like this concept how he
2
worked on
minutes.
it.
We got 2 minutes.
What, 2 minutes?
But I mean, for my top 2 right now, I would say like, I think 21 Savage put a good album together.
What's that?
I listened to it, you know what I mean? I'm not really into it, but I never thought he was gonna actually put a, you know what I mean, a concept together. So I'm proud of that album. You feel me? Just for the young cats, and then 444, obviously.
Yeah.
That was something crazy. Yeah, I like
I gotta
Vince.
listen to some more Vince Staples. I like his fun.
I just like his content. You feel me? He's a, like, sometimes he can be a breath of fresh air. Sometimes
He talks a lot of life.
he does. It's good.
Yeah, lots of life, yeah.
No, that's cool. I mean, talking to you, I want to hear his music.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'll listen to this on SoundCloud before I don't listen to live before I listen to it on SoundCloud.
They see that I'm great.
Yeah, that's tight.
On the rise, I see why they just
1 minute.
never stress on, we just hit on with the split with fat.
What kind of Jordans
Now
are
we
those?
got the
They're clean
juice
whites.
and they
but-
want to taste.
I have the J1s that are silver with the blue lines.
Yeah. I got some J1s, I got some red, white, and blue. I got
Good pair, good pair.
I got a lot of shoes.
This man's a sneakerhead.
Be fucked up. I don't treat him well. Let me say, I was like, I'll be a bad Jordan
Alright.
keeper.
25 seconds. This sucks for being a left-hander. Where this is position, because I'm left-handed.
I saw your hand grip over there. It's like, yeah.
Alright, guys, ready? Alright, here we go. And we are back to the weird connection. I cannot deal with that buzzing, but it's all good. Hopefully I'm not buzzing out there. Maybe I am. If I am, let me know. Obviously on Facebook you guys can't hear buzzing. But we're sitting down right now with Jacory, upcoming hip hop artist. Do you do hip hop? Do you sing? Do you do anything else? as well?
Yeah, I just rap.
Do you play any instruments?
I'm learning to play the guitar, actually.
Dope. So we have a hip hop artist who's also learning how to play the guitar. How long have you been working on that?
Probably about a few months now, maybe 2 or 3 months.
Alright. So let's get into a little bit about your story. Let's talk about your past. Where did Jacory? Tell the fans where Jacory came from and how you got on the scene, pretty much.
Oh, well, I'm from Clovis, New Mexico. It's a small town. Probably about 15,000 people there. I really didn't like rap music in the beginning. I always used to like listen to a lot of rock music, you know,
Right.
like R&B. I started really liking rap music when I was walking home from school in the 3rd grade. I was walking, I seen 2 CDs on the ground that were burned disc, and I listened to them. One was Ludacris's Chicken and Beer.
Oh, it's a classic.
And the
That
other
was
one,
his last good one. I don't really like the other sex symbol or whatever symbols.
then the other one was Kanye West's College Dropout.
Okay.
So
Another good one.
I just listened to them all the way through, and then I got to, when I was listening to College Dropout, I heard the song Family Business, and it just really was impacting my life because a lot of stuff was going on in my life, and that song it fitted what I was going through. Like my brother had just went to jail and all that stuff, so he was saying that stuff, and that was the first time I ever heard a song that like told the story like that. That fit me, so I was like, oh well, I need to listen more to rap music to see how much it connects with me. So that song that touched my life, it made me want to listen to more people's stuff.
Okay, that's super dope. And so you feel like music was kind of an outlet for you to, kind of not deal with struggles and going through a lot of different things? Did you kind of feel like music was something that gave you an outlet, a certain freedom or something?
Yeah, always. Music was never like an inanimate object to me. It was always like a person, because no matter what, music was always there for me.
Right.
Whether I was in a good mood, bad mood, it always fit me.
That's dope. Do you remember your first song you ever wrote?
First song I ever wrote, that's actually it was horrible.
I think as an artist, we all kind of say that same thing. What was the song about? Do you remember?
It was just a bunch of nonsense. It's like,
Do you remember what it was called?
it was the first song I actually wrote was to Beyonce's Upgrade You, and I had never wrote before. Like anytime I was rapping and stuff, it was like freestyling and stuff. Cause how I started rapping was I was chilling with my friends, right? And then he started freestyling, they were smoking and all that stuff. I really didn't smoke at the time because I wanted to play football.
Right.
So I was really focused on that, you know what I'm saying, working out all that. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But they went to freestyling, so I was like, I started catching the vibe of it, so I started spitting. And then later on, we had this little team club, we went and did all that stuff. And then later on that night, my friend Patsy, he just like set me down to the side. He was like, look, you need to stop playing football because it's not going to work out. You're never going to get in the game. You're going to be on the bench all the time because they play favorites out here.
Yeah.
You need to stop.
Okay.
What you need to do is just rap because I've never heard nobody like that.
Yeah.
So I just really started taking it. That was the first time I really got recognition about what I wanted to do. Like doing something, even though I was just playing around, it gave me it just sparked something in my brain. Like maybe I do need to take this serious. I love music anyway, so why not tell my story too?
T, do you remember your first song?
I sure do.
I've been around her career since the beginning. So.
Oh man.
But your first song actually wasn't when we met. Your first song was probably on your recorder, huh?
Yeah,
black recorder.
I was real old school. I didn't know how to get into the music or anything, so I went to Walmart and bought a little cheap voice recorder, and I was even rapping over shit that was over stuff that already had lyrics on it. So yeah, that was pretty interesting.
And then, T, do you have any questions for our guests on the topic of his past?
So who are some of your biggest inspirations that first inspired you to, pursue it seriously?
First inspirations, well, I gotta say Kanye, of course, because I told y'all the story.
Right.
So if it was never for me hearing that song, I really wouldn't have really liked rap music for that reason. I always liked DMX a lot. I listened to a lot of Slick Rick, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, just a lot of older people.
So in your music, do you tell stories in your music as well? You mentioned Slick Rick, and a lot of artists I know that are fans of Slick Rick are big fans of the artist storytelling, and that kind of becomes a skill. Do you write story songs as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm actually starting to do now, because when I first started rapping, I just rapped about what I felt like people wanted to hear. So that's why I say a lot of my earlier stuff, I didn't like it because I was rapping about stuff that I lived the life, but it wasn't nothing I wanted to rap about. Like I was rapping about drugs and guns and all that stuff. Even though I did live the life, I didn't want to rap about that. So I'm finally to a point where I'm confident enough to say everything that I want to say, and if you don't like it, you gonna have to respect it because it's real.
Right. Shout out to Flower Thomas. She wants to know, beyond music, what are your other skills, goals, and what do you hope to do? But before you answer that, that's going to go into your future. So shout out to Flower Thomas, who's interested in your goals. So Flower, stick around. We will be getting into his future a little bit. But what we're going to do right now, T, do you have any other questions before we go to a music break?
I'll save it for after the commercial.
Okay. Sounds like it's a juicy one, a deep one.
No. It builds anticipation, you know what I mean?
You gotta watch her. She's gonna ask you a lot of Illuminati, Mason questions. She's gonna throw some science at you. You gotta watch her. you gotta watch her in the peripheral. She does it. She throws it.
Oh man.
All of it.
She's gonna blast me like that.
No, but we'll be right back. When we come back, we're gonna discuss Corey's present, what he's currently working on, what he's currently doing, what shows and stuff like that. So we're gonna take a little music break, and then when we come back, we're gonna be talking about his present. What does he have going on now, and where you can find his music. Shout out to Flower Thomas. Man, my mouth is like all messed up today. Flower Thomas. With these names. Shout out to Flower Thomas and everybody else in the chat room. You guys are awesome. We'll be right back after this one song and break.
Broadcasting from the Colorado Media School.
Right, no, that's what.
What the hell happened? Yeah. The thing
Again.
The thing,
Well,
no, look,
it's Nigeria
no, look,
again.
it
That's what they got
just
going on.
it just wiped out the whole thing. Look,
What?
yeah, all the songs are
Alright,
gone.
check this out now.
Look at this shit. All gone.
What is going on with that? It's not on auto, is it?
I don't know.
It's on auto. It
Oh,
shouldn't
yeah,
even
you gotta
do that
turn it
'cause
up to auto.
It's on insert. It shouldn't
Okay.
even replace.
It says
It's not on a manual or
It says
anything.
heavy
like
rotation.
that. What the hell? I don't know what it's doing. You might want to text Matt and see what he can get it off. The heavy rotation or whatever.
Yeah, it shouldn't do that. I don't know.
I don't know why it's depleting like that.
He just wants to play that one fucking artist right
He
here.
wants to play keyboard all day. You talking about that shit's trying to curse you.
I'm like starting to feel like I feel like I'm gonna wake up or something soon. Like I'm gonna wake up and like nigga,
It was a dream, dog. It was a crazy ass dream. Or there's some fucking kilo time loop.
I'm gonna tell Matt to take that shit out.
I know. There's a couple songs that on the do not play list. I'm gonna
like
label
wait.
them.
Yeah. Because those other ones were cussing or something.
I don't know, there's one song,
They
there's
should
this
be
one
edited.
metal song that is just so crazy, you know, like, and when it comes on, it's like worse than Static.
Oh god.
At least Static is like random, yet that shit is like designed to just be crazy sounding. And now I'm not even knocking metal, but that song, just that one, is horrible.
Body starts, that's that Jimbo and Kearney. Thinking in this, but it should have been Bernie. Can't vote for her, cause you heard she's too curly. Nutty professor, chasing
Oh, she's at Coachella. Where's Coachella going on right now? Coachella's going on right now?
I think it's about to. Sitting at Comic Con is just trying to join. I know that.
What up, Jim? They did, not me. I did not do that. Palm Springs, California, in the building. Palm Springs.
We're students here.
You're what?
Students.
We student. No, you're good. We're out there. We got 30 seconds to go on again.
I'm a student.
You're all students?
Cool, he just told me about a show, so I wanted to listen to it.
79 views so far.
That's good.
Are you guys ready? We're going back in. We're going live. And we are back to the Weird Connection where we stay connected. Shout out to Jet Productions in the building right now, filming for us. Shout out to Dad. Glad you're feeling better, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad you're up. Right now, we're going to talk a little bit about Jacory's present. What does he currently have going on for everyone in the, what is going on with my thing? Okay, cool. And for everybody that's in the chat room, if you guys are interested in listening to this artist's music, go ahead and tell them one time where they can find your music or SoundCloud.
SoundCloud is Jacory, YBJR the Monster, that's JCOREE, YBJR the Monster with an A, not an ER. And on Reverb Nation is Jacory, YBJR.
Okay. And then let's get into T. For those who also follow you or any new people, how can they find your music as well?
The easiest way is probably just weirdmusic.com/TNA or hashtag Google Colorado's favorite musician.
Yeah, that's how you find. And for those who want to find me, Google Young FAIT, Apple, Tidal, YouTube. I'm probably going to be in your prom car. Building everywhere. Making some prom music, baby. Prom music. I want to make music. I want to, as an artist, I just want to say this, as an artist, I want to have that one fan, like, in 20 years later or 30 years later, it's like, I had my kid to your song.
Oh.
Like, as an artist, I would love that. Like, I had a baby to your song. Like, yes, that's awesome. Which one? And then she's going to say some righteous stuff, probably. I don't know. But,
Yours?
Huh?
Yours?
You were so
Yeah. But Jacory, let's talk a little bit about present right now. What are you currently working on and doing right now? Album? You got an album that you're working on right now, an original album, right?
Yeah. The project I'm working on right now is called 3. So basically, it breaks down basically all my trials and tribulations of my life. Jacory, YBJR, and the Monster. Look at them as 3 separate people.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you go to the 3
Jacory being the good person, that's basically all the stuff that I went through as a kid and that I still deal with now, depression, stress, all that stuff. The Monster would be the anger that I always dealt with and just the bad side of me. And YBJR being the neutral, just the good and the bad mixed together and just trying to put it all together when I was in the streets and all that stuff, telling that story.
Right. So how long you been working on this album?
I've been working on it for about 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Yeah, just I'll stay writing and stuff, so I always put that block on myself, like, nah, like I'll write to a song and be like, nah, I'll come back to it later, and like, nah, I don't want to do this, don't want to do that, so I'm really trying to perfect it, I guess you could say, because, it's my story, so I want you to really get to know me.
And is it going to be like the number 3 or is it going to be spelled out 3?
It's going to be spelled out 3.
Okay.
I always like the number 3 because it ends the same way my name ends,
Right.
or R-E-E.
So, T, do you have a question for our guest? You said you had one for after the break.
I mean, I can ask a couple questions. Do you have any special pieces on your project that you want to give shout outs to?
Just the people that I grew up with, Patsy and Young Rebel, just my brothers, they recorded with me before I left, so they got a few songs on there, so they're going to be featured on the YBJR portion of it, because they were that point in my life, that real point in my life.
Nice. And then on your album, where will we be able to get it and to buy it and support it?
I'm just gonna put it on everywhere, just same Reverb, the SoundCloud, try to put it on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. I haven't done that yet, but I need to.
Do you know how to?
I do not. Actually.
Okay. Well, afterwards, after the radio station, if you want, we can chop it up and I can show you a real easy way you can get your music online. You make 100% off of everything. You don't have to go through anybody, no pay. You just sign up yourself. And that's what Weird Music uses as well. So after the show, I'll make sure I'll show you that too, because streaming money right now is very, very important that a lot of artists don't understand. Streaming money is literally every time they play your music, you get paid. And with Reverb Nation and SoundCloud, they don't do that unless you go through certain things in order to get that.
Yeah, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just get out there. Because I know a lot of people don't know who I am. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get that fan base out. I also got I'm going to be on the mixtape hosted by Redman.
Okay. I think I saw something about that.
Yeah. So probably by the end of the summer that should be out there. I guess they just waiting on a few more artists to submit their work.
Okay.
Before we move, I got to shout out Elle Green. I did a feature with her as soon as I came out here. That's how I found out about y'all actually. Cause see that she was
Well,
moving.
thank you, El Green, if you're watching. Shout out to you.
Right.
Just added weird music artist. Yeah, she's we just added her to weird music, so she's we just added her
Yeah,
music.
she's real dope.
Oh,
I found her through my wife actually.
oh, what?
So she when we moved out here, she was looking for people like just for me to build with. She found her, and like there's not really like a lot of female artists that are like really dope. And shit.
And talking about real stuff, you're not talking about up there. No,
She was
body
real,
parts.
She was real cold. So she had the song Lockdown. I heard that. So I was like, I gotta.
How you good? You good?
I was like, I gotta get on that. So I hit her up, and she just showed me love. This
That's super
way,
cool.
so she got my heart forever.
Yeah, man. Shout out to L. Shout out to L and the wifey over there. That's super dope to have, a woman behind you, especially in music that can understand as well. 'Cause it's a very cutthroat industry, so that support is definitely awesome to have. I mean, you got a lot of relationships where the women are just like, don't be rapping, what you doing? You better go put your Walmart suit on, boy.
Oh,
You better put that vest on.
She's my support.
So that's super dope.
She's always my biggest critic and all that. So she like my cookie line.
Yeah, that sounds like a new song that's about to be on the album. She my cookie line.
Hey.
But what about shows? Do you have any shows coming up in the city or outside the city?
Not right now. I don't actually. I could do one, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm just really trying to get my music together and stuff, and just build my stage show presence and stuff.
Okay.
But I do want to go on tour soon. Hopefully with these people that I've met when I did my shows at the Speakeasy in Colorado Springs. The Madhouse family, so I wanna build with them and go on tour with them. So hopefully in the near future I'll be doing that.
That's dope. That's dope. And then what about feature-wise, like present-wise? Who would you want to feature with right now, whether if it's independent or majorly?
If I was ever to do any features, I want to be with people that I'll listen to, like High G Beats and Vince Staples, all them cats. I'll never get on that song with Kendrick Lamar because he's not gonna blow me out. He just gotta do an interlude by himself. If I was ever to get on the song with him. But just people I feel like I would stand a chance with, I guess.
Yeah, man, but that's super dope though. What we're gonna do is you got any other questions before we go into another music break?
So if you could give any advice to the upcoming artists or the youth or anything, like what advice would you give them? Like anybody that wants to pursue music as a younger person.
Yeah, for the people that look up to you,
Yeah.
whether now or in the future.
I got a few tips. One thing would be never question your talent. If you really feel like you want to do this, stick with it. Don't ever question yourself. Yeah, people are gonna doubt you. People are gonna not like your music. There's billions of people in this world. Not everybody's gonna like you. So you just gotta stay true to who you are. As long as you speak the real and put it into existence, people gonna feel you regardless. Even if they don't like you, they gotta respect you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just always practice. Practice is most important. Make sure you got your lyrics down. Just never sell yourself short. Never just sell yourself to nobody. Make sure that you're doing what you want to do, not what somebody tell you to do. Don't dress how they want you to dress. Don't say what you want to say. If you're going to cuss on a track, they tell you not to cuss.
Cuss
You know
in
what
time.
Right.
Just start off cussing.
That's
That's all in it.
Start off.
My main thing is just stay true to yourself. Always. Stay true. Especially in this game, stay true to
And
yourself.
I think that'll definitely take you a far way too. That's some advice that I constantly tell artists that I work with too. It's just because they're like, hey, what should I be? What should I do? What's hot right now? And I'm just like, you're hot right now. You're hot right now.
Don't focus on being new. You want to be classic. You want to make some stuff that people want to listen to 10 years from now, 30 years from now.
Like I said earlier, you want someone to make a baby to your music, right?
So you just want to make sure that you ain't gonna be a nobody 2 days from now. You want to make sure that you're gonna last the test of time.
So what we're gonna do real quick is we talked about his past, his present. We're gonna take one more commercial break. Then when we come back, we're gonna dive right into his future goals. We're real big about putting things into the universe. We feel like if you say something that you want and you put it in the universe enough, then the universe will give it to you. So this is the big thing for the segment is your future, because I personally, as being the first radio host, I kind of want to follow your career as well. And that way I can be like, in your future, you say this, and then I watch it happen, and I'm like, dang, Look at you, you're doing it. So, you know, we're real big on that. So when we're going to come back, we're going to put his future in the universe. What is his plans? What does he want to do? What kind of shows? And then we'll end it off with how you feel about Colorado hip-hop. Maybe do advice on that as well. And then after that, we got the Thinking Man coming up right after that at 7 p.m. So make sure you guys don't go nowhere. We still have plenty of time left. So everybody, if you guys, I don't have my squad, so I can't do it. T, you guys do it with me. Be different.
Be weird.
We'll be right back.
Alright, folks. What's up with everybody trying to push, bro? Think they trapping? Say they good?
We're at 131 views right now. At 131 views. 131. 131. I like your hair. You look like you about to do a fucking Marvel movie.
No, I gotta get a haircut.
Spider-Man Homecoming was that was a damn good movie.
Yeah, it was really
I
good.
didn't see it, but now you feel me like if people say that.
It was hard.
If you say it's the best ever.
It was the best- it was the best
I don't like
Spider-Man
to
ever.
distrust people, but I haven't heard nobody say
No, it
that.
was-
It was the best Spider-Man ever.
Right.
There was
It's
no
all
better
about,
Spider-Man.
it's all about you watching it.
Right, and that's why I know
I gotta see
like,
it. I gotta
I'm
get
not
on
really
that.
into
Like,
movies
I gotta
like
get
that.
on that Wonder Woman though. I heard that shit is good.
Like everybody talked about the Tupac movie. I like it.
Right, and I feel like movies, like if you don't have judgment like that, they'll be good. Like, but people that have like, they be personal about it.
I didn't see it.
There was a lot of stuff I feel like.
I've
Right.
been working at the haunted house all week.
Right.
I was told the Tupac
I just
was
looked.
very accurate to what Tupac was. He wasn't
foot.
just a rapper. He was a lyricist. He was a poet. I can say he was a poet.
I got the.
And he was also a man that fought
But
for
okay.
civil rights on everything.
You doing okay?
He knew what was going on in the streets. So
I was.
it's a real deal.
I say Tupac was overrated.
You were vulnerable.
I feel like he got way bigger than he died. You know what I'm saying? That's how they
He did blow up.
Right, but that's how they do it. Right.
Extremely vulnerable.
About to die right now.
Everybody.
Right, yeah, no, I feel it.
Tupac was probably alive right now. He would be as
Right.
He was all in that controversy and stuff, and people stopped messing with him.
Right.
As soon as he get shot, I need to go buy them albums.
Right,
I need to
yeah.
go do this. I need to go do that.
No, I feel it.
I say, but I like his music. But
Right,
there's a lot of people
but that's
that
what I
was-
was saying, like,
there was
the
a lot of people
overrated
that was
doesn't mean that
that
he's
was
whack.
better than him.
Right, I feel
But
it.
as a person, I respect him.
Right,
You know what I'm
for
saying? You
sure.
ain't got no choice but to.
Right,
What he did.
right,
That he could change the world.
man.
So I
I
respect
feel
him
it.
for that. So
Yeah, just like you said, you know what I mean? First people for being themselves and keeping it real. But then, hey, it happens like that. Like you said, like,
Migraine right now.
people don't always like my music. I'm not saying
We're gonna play one more song, then we'll come back in.
right.
But I want
But you put your artistry into it, and that's what people should respect, because that's what really comes out to authentic timeless music. Like you said, like when you put your soul into it, that's that energy that creates forever.
Yeah, they respect that.
if you
that
don't
truth.
if you don't like my music.
One more song, guys, and we'll be right back.
That means the most to me.
Right.
Yeah. Real talk.
You go to school here?
He's our interview. He's our artist that we're interviewing.
Oh, did you go to those?
Nah,
I mean, there's.
Only
Yeah. So I'm in the studio. Well, relatively new. I've been here for a couple months now.
What do you want to do?
I want to do play-by-play broadcasting for sports.
Oh, really?
College football or
I'd like to hear that too.
college football or pro eventually. But yeah, no, I love sports for a long time. But yeah, before these guys just started their radio show, we just started a brand new radio just today. And that's my co-host, Jermaine right there.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yep.
So you're both gonna work like hard yourself and stuff?
Sort of. We like the
It's
chemistry
our
on
process.
yourself. it's more just a show about video games, but there's a subculture in video games. So yeah. And I want people to know that. Jermaine brought up that idea of the subculture, and we're just ran with it today, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
You watch stuff like on YouTube, like game theories and all that?
Yeah. I watched Evo, do you know what Evo is?
Yeah, fighting tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, so we talked about that today and how,
Evo's a video production company.
no, fighting game tournament that takes place in Vegas, one of the biggest. Yeah, it's getting to be, video games are getting to be so huge, ESPN's covering Evo. It's done 2 years in a row, that's how big this is. They have a section for video games, ESPN.
No, I mean that's why it's so like, you know what I mean, the culture's so crazy because like it's so in tune to just the lifestyle of people all around the world. You know what I mean? You would talk to some person who never even knew the culture existed outside of their like lifestyle culture, and you'll be like, oh, you play that too? Like we be online fucking each other all this shit. Like that should be crazy.
What did you own? Did you own a console? Did you own a console?
I mean, you're right. Right, you know what I mean? Especially, you know what I mean, with the vibe, like, those are just resources that you go through, so you know what I mean? You might as well just put yourself out there as much as you can.
But I mean, just like, R&B and rap, hip-hop in general, it's a culture. Video games are a subculture, but there's a subculture in hip-hop as well. I learned about that in school, actually.
And that's another thing. Hip-hop is something that people were like, I don't like this. Right, but that's not new, but as a culture, you know what I mean? Like, that's why broadcasting is a major, you know what I mean, thing is about keeping people informed about what is out there, and you know what I mean, how they should, you know what I mean, interact with it, and as long as they have those ideas, because that's what media does anyway, you know what I mean, on a bigger scale, but hip-hop hasn't had a voice like that, you know what I mean, but I mean, as it's up and coming, as people, you know what I mean, start creating that market, you can inform people and it's tight. Especially like when you're able to like sit artists down and give people a perspective of something they would have never, No, I be on all the shows too, for real, but it's all good. But you know what I mean?
Start your own show, though,
But that's what the underground is coming, dog. That shit gonna be crazy.
I'll be on your show.
I'm gonna have everybody come. This is gonna be like the super mix all day. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like giving people that perspective of like if they just saw a rapper before, now you see a person. You feel me? And like that putting people in and giving them that outlet, like it touches people so much better. You know what I mean?
I need to get a stand, a camera stand.
I know hard. It's hard to do that at studio. He's like, hey, we get you on here ASAP with your show. So I see really
Right.
I love video games.
I got a watch for that.
Actually, was a video game
Right.
online.
Exactly. And the fact that you know what I mean, you take that culture, you take that inside and you're doing that with your
It just pop back up. All the songs pop up.
That's for a website out of Nebraska.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Like you should be given that outlet to be able to speak about that when the next man, you know what I mean, has the power to, you know, influence or not always trying to influence, they're trying to manipulate and say that you can't speak like that. When obviously the truth is just allowing him to do it. Like you can't say nothing else. It's already there. Huh?
You gotta step out of your comfort zone.
Right. Because they'll try to put you in a box, so live outside of it.
We're almost at 200 views so far.
That's why I don't have a filter.
174 views.
You know
That's
what
why I
I
believe
mean?
in transparency.
Yeah.
40 seconds.
Everybody, you have to get my
It's all good. It's all the work the universe brings everything together.
Yeah, but how you explain to me?
30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds.
That's why other rappers, they all sound different. Everybody sounds different. They got a unique perspective. Like, say you can't
Our new Facebook brand, Jeff
you have that
Productions in the
different
house.
someone who's a little from Boston or something. You know what I mean?
Check this out on Facebook.
You guys ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you going live?
Music's universal, man. That's the greatest thing.
Here we go. Now we are back to the Weird Connection, where we stay connected. Always blessed to have so many talented, upcoming talent talented artists. As you guys can see on this show, we showcase the up-and-comers. A lot of the artists that come in here do really, really well after. So shout out to everybody. We've been doing the show since January. So shout out to all the upcoming artists that we've had in the show in the past, and all the new artists that we'll have every week. So that's pretty dope to have that we've had actually been able to keep an artist every week and to stay booked months ahead, because we're booked all the way into August, I think. So shout out to that. We got Jacory in the building right now. The live is going crazy, man. It's going stupid. So this is super dope that we're gonna have to talk about your future right now. We're gonna put that into the universe, and so let's talk a little bit about your future goals. Where do you see yourself at in 5 years as an artist, businessman? Any certain things that you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Within 5 years, I want to have a big enough impact that I can impact people. So I want to be able to host annual hip hop tournaments. Well, not just even hip hop, just music period, for people that's up and coming. Because I know always coming up and stuff, people don't ever give people a chance because they're scared to take that chance or that risk on somebody. So I want to be able to give people an outlet where they can perform, get that chance to perform, do the annual tournaments, whoever wins, you get such and such money, you get this exposure and all that stuff like that. I want to have my own clothing, so like this shirt that I got right now.
So
This
yours.
is my mascot design right here.
Okay.
I call him Young Pudge, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went out.
You got those on sale now, or are you getting ready to create
Nah,
more?
these just like prototypes, you know what I'm saying? Picking people's brain and see what they like, if they don't like it. I'm still gonna rock it because it's me, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I just want to do that. I want to just make clothes. I want to act. I always wanted to do that because rap that's just my first step, but there's so much other stuff I want to do. I want to be the CEO of my own company. I want to have places where people can go record.
And not just one, but you will. You definitely will. You definitely got that grind. I can tell you got the grind and the hustle. Like, you pretty much are in that building state where you want to, play other hats and stuff like that, and to be a business owner and to change Colorado.
And like I always, I want to build like customized hotels, if that makes sense to me. Like so, like maybe
Like theme rooms?
Yeah, basically. Like so, say you on tour as an artist or whatever you're doing, and you finna be there a month prior to, so you can go online and you can customize and be like, oh, I want a PS4 in this room. I want a big screen TV. I need a king size mattress. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just so you can.
I can't think of anyone doing that.
So so you feel like you're at home when you're away from home. Because I know a lot of people when they travel and stuff, they be like, oh, I miss my bed. Because anytime I go to a hotel, I'm crunked to be out, but then I'm gonna get to the hotel and like, I just want to be in my room. I want to be on the game. You know what I'm saying?
Me and T's been on tour a few times, and we've slept on hard hotel beds, hotels with bugs in it. We slept on floors. We just recently slept on a super hard floor on 4th of July. We went to Silverton, Colorado, and that's what we were saying. Like, as soon as we got to the bed, man, it was a wrap. We were gone. We weren't answering no phone calls, no texts. We were just enjoying the bed. So yeah, man, that's super dope though to have to accommodate like that, because it's more comfortable than the average hotels and stuff like that as well.
It just makes a person feel welcome and they still feel like home. So you do that, it's gonna be like you gonna keep putting money into it because it's what you made.
Right.
It gives people it makes them feel like an architect.
And then also, I want to ask too, in those 5 years, outside of doing the businesses, the labels, all that stuff that would be super dope, I think you're definitely going to accomplish. What about music-wise? How many albums do you see? Where do you see your music at as well in 5 years? Performing-wise, headlines, albums out, just a bunch of albums. Like, where do you see yourself music-wise in 5 years?
Music-wise, I just want to just be able to not. I don't want to ever feel like I can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I always grind regardless.
Right.
I got to keep that hunger. Like, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever feel like, I'm comfortable. I never want to feel like that. So I'm just going to keep grinding regardless, and we're just going to see where life takes me.
Yeah. That's super dope. So also, I want to bring back another thing is, The last thing I wanted to talk about, you said that you want to create a message, you want to actually feed people's mind with something more substance. So my question is, where do you feel Colorado is at right now as an artist? And totally be honest, man. Like it's a straight up be honest about how Colorado is. Because sometimes I have people that come to Colorado and they're like, it's cool, you know. But really, with you wanting to help people, makes me feel like you kind of feel like the scene is not really focused on feeding people's minds. So where do you really see the scene at right now, and what can we do to improve the music scene?
Just maybe do like more features and just.
What do you feel? What do you feel about it right now with the scene and the artists?
Well, everybody I've met so far, they've been real cool. Show love, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all show me love. But just I guess this is just more of an in general thing. Just get outside your box and build with people, because everybody got a different style.
Right.
So just take the chance on somebody. And if a person sucks, don't be like, oh, that's dope, because the person's never gonna grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta hear the truth.
Be honest.
If I'm not good, tell me.
Right.
I don't want to hear like, yeah.
So you think we need a lot more honesty?
Yeah,
as
just
well?
honesty. Honesty is, and then honesty is what's gonna make anybody grow. How you gonna grow if you're getting lied to?
I mean, even with artists, like a lot of us, when we started off as artists, we weren't the best. I think the big difference with the industry, my concern is the artists that really want to do this, whether if they're good at the moment or not, and then the artists that are just playing around with it to just get girls or to get attention or to walk in the club. So I feel like that's a big problem as well in the scene, is that we have so many artists in Colorado, but we don't have, we have some artists that are not serious and some artists that are super serious. Do you think the artists that don't take it serious kind of hurts people like us?
Yeah, of course, because the people that are.
Have you ever told somebody you're a rapper and seen the reaction you get?
Yeah. a lot of people like, there's a million rappers out here, and then when actually they hear my music, like, oh,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I get those reactions, and I get people that's like, nah, I don't like it, because it's not. All that mumble mouth stuff.
Yeah, man.
So you just there's, like I said, there's billions of people. Not everybody's gonna like you.
That's one thing I am proud about Colorado, is that that at least I don't know that there's not really no mumble rappers out here that really push you.
But like back to your question, yeah, the people that don't take it serious, that really makes me mad. You know what I'm saying? Because I work hard.
Right.
I don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm up 24/7 working.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Trying, because I do all this stuff myself. I write, I mix my stuff. My mix probably ain't the best, but I'm still working on it, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow. So when you just get a person, they just go in there and this and that, and you know they not serious about it, it makes me mad.
Yeah, because it kind of leaves.
Because the people that's really working for it, those are the ones that get shelled.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to listen to them, but when you just spit a whole bunch of nonsense, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's when you get your buzz and stuff.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm super glad that you came out. Shout out to Joey Knox. I'm guessing, Joey, this is the first time you've seen that they've arranged the room. Got that face. Yeah. I had the same face when I walked in. Yeah. Shout out to Joey Knox. Underground Central Radio is in the building. He's also someone really good to network with. He runs a whole movement as well for the underground and upcoming artists as well. Mr. Joey Knox in the building. Messing with Lee. I paid him $2 to eat this. I paid Lee to eat this triple Whopper. They got a triple Whopper or something.
Oh wow.
So I bet Lee $2 he can eat a triple Whopper. So yeah, he's out. You can mess with him. You can pick his nose or do whatever you want to do. But it was super dope, man, to have you in this interview. For those who are new fans now of yours, everybody that's watching, shout out to you guys. I probably should read some of your guys' comments as well. But shout out to you for coming in. Let the people know one more time where they can find you as well.
Once again, on SoundCloud, you can find me as Jacorey, YBJR the Monster. That's JCOREE. And on Reverb Nation, it's Jacorey YBJR.
Okay. And I'm gonna read a couple of the questions that they're popping up. Kevin Williams wants to know, what type of legacy are you trying to leave behind as an artist and a person in general?
I just hopefully want to change the world, just get rid of so much hate that people just throw around. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it honest everybody just be honest and love, because we supposed to be living free, but we get compromised by this government and all that stuff. So I want people to know that they should be free and don't put yourself in a box.
Right. That's super dope, and that's what the world needs. The world definitely needs more positive artists like yourself with a very corrupt world.
I want people to know because, like I said, I've dealt with depression. I've been dealing with depression my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to know that you can get past it.
Right.
Because there's always a better way. The motto I live by is keep moving forward.
Yeah, man. And music is definitely something that can heal the soul. And then that's the other thing too, is because with you going through depression, that kind of, you can really make a change. Like, you can really be that artist to be like, hey, it's okay. You know, somebody can listen to your song, and like, if you can make a song where they can listen to it and they have no choice but to be happy, that's super dope for people with depression as well. So if you guys are dealing with depression, make sure you guys always talk to somebody about it as well. Listen to positive music. Check out my man Jacory on SoundCloud. Where can we find your links one more time?
It's Jacory, YBJR on SoundCloud, and Reverb Nation is Jacory, YBJR.
Okay. And T, do you have any more questions before we get Thank You Man in the building?
No, I think it was a great interview. You summed it up very well.
Yeah, super dope interview.
Good job,
Shout out to Sadie, also in the building. Good to see you in the chats. She has a big festival coming up in Wyoming, so if you guys are in the Wyoming area, you should hit her up. The super big festival. It's going to be a 3-day event. Alcohol Festival, right? Also, shout out to Jet Productions in the building, filming for us always. Thank you, Jet. My favorite cameraman. Shooting. We're working on documentaries, music videos, a bunch of stuff like that. So you'll be seeing that very, very soon. Once again, man, thank you for coming in. If you want to, I don't know what your schedule is, but if you can stick around for a little bit, I can show you the TuneCore and how you can get your music up there and start making money as well from streaming and stuff. So we're gonna go into a commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna be bringing Thank You Man in and going over his career as well. Make sure you guys tune in. We'll be right back. Be different.
Be different.
Yeah.